This is creepy. Oh, this is weird. Make it go away. God, make it go away. It's just, I hate this so much. God has truly abandoned us on this day. Hey y'all, Patrick here. And there's enough negativity going on right now. 2020 didn't really end up as super awesome and positive as we wanted to. Yeah, it's been a weird one so far. But there's a whole lot of really ugly basses out there. And you know what? We gotta tackle some of them today. But this is a special edition of Ugly Basses because this isn't going to be production models like I usually try to set out to do. This will be more one-off series or customs or really just random and out there ones. So it's gonna get weird. First up today, we have bass guitar, comma, unique. It's unique, all right. So it's a Scorpion for some reason. I like it. I don't know. I don't like it though. You know I don't like this, but there's something about it where it's so dumb, so stupid, so unnecessary that it's just like, oh, it's kind of cute. Like, look at it. It's legitimately a Scorpion. It's a Scorpion, and the headstock is the Stinger, and you don't see that ever. It has 2 soap bar pickups, 3 knobs, and I don't know. It even has 24 frets. Why? I don't know, but I want it, but not for $295. Wait. So I originally took the screenshot a while ago, and I just looked it up again jokingly to see if it's still available, and now it's $125. And my brother lives in Houston. Do I want this?
No, God, please, no!
No, I don't. Oh no, we're already starting this off and I'm making terrible decisions. But really though, what if I got the Scorpion bass and just put it through like a bunch of fuzz pedals and just went crazy with it? Oh, this is dumb. Oh, next up, my good friend Bendick sent me this message saying, here's one for your ugly bass videos. This must be the most ugly thing ever made. He's not wrong, it's pretty bad. So what we have is the Stonehenge, according to the headstock, and it just looks like a cute little triangle with a hole in it, and it looks really uncomfortable, really weird. And even the headstock, the tuners have holes in it, so it's like cheese. I don't get it. Also, I just looked it up, it's $1,000. Why is this $1,000? Next up, Chris Wilkinson said, saw this and thought of your YouTube series. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Chris. And also, thank you for haunting my dreams by sending me this. Really, I love this. Except not. At all. Okay, so not only is it a single cut variation, I don't really care for like the big single cut, the super whoops on the top side. It's not my thing if you've seen any of these videos before. It's a 9-string bass, necessary, except not at all. And it just looks enormous, looks heavy, it looks really useless. It's the Beast single cut Worker Bee 2008 satin, only $2,400. Why? The description says custom made 9-string, neck through, Delano pickups, and Ghost piezo bridge. Huh, craftsmanship, I'm sure it's really awesome, and the wood and the finish look really good, but other than that, this is terrible. Just looking at the bridge and the pickup though, they look like Photoshop just because they look so long. And this cannot be useful. And I refuse to believe that that low string, whatever tuning this is in, has any notes. I'm sure it's just flub.
Flub.
And that's it. The Glenn Burton GB47. Okay. Next up from Chaotic Beauty, she says, hey Patrick, how are you? I'm good, thanks for asking. I love all your videos, but specifically the Ugly Bass series. So I found this horrible thing in an app to buy secondhand stuff and thought I had to share it. Hope you enjoy it. Kinda wanna get this and pair it against the Scorpion bass. So this is a 5-string snake bass thing, and this is amazing. The finish alone is something where you're just like, whoa, this is a lot to take in all at once. And then you realize it's a snake, and then you question everything that you've ever seen in your entire life. The body itself is like curled, but at the bottom it just simply looks like an ass, and that's it. It's really weird looking. And then for the finish as well, the front and the back both have like these other green flame looking things. So it's like you have a snake bass, it's 5 strings, and there's flames. This is a dragon bass. As you can see, it's a dragon, but also a bass. And this is just as bad as season 8 of Game of Thrones was. Ugh. Now this that I'm about to bring up might be controversial, but it might just be public opinion, I don't know. But this bass is truly hideous, but God, you can't not love the man behind it though. And this is Warwick's Bootsy Collins Star Bass. Oh, Bootsy. Bootsy is the coolest player, one of the most unique styles, and just an insane player all around, and just an overall cool guy. I would love to meet him one day because he just seems like, you know, the most chill dude and just loving person to hang out with, I feel. But his basses, they are unique. I will give him that. They're very Bootsy, but man, it's so bad. Like, to own one of these, you have to be like a Bootsy super fan, a super fan. I don't think you're gonna see anyone in a gospel band or in a Swedish death metal outfit play this with the star body, the star headstock, and the star inlays. But man, it's so Bootsy. Like, you have to forgive it because it's Bootsy's bass. Oh, what is this? This is the Trinity Christmas tree. Happy holidays, y'all. This is the worst Christmas present I've ever gotten. On Reverb, the listing says, this is a bass to really celebrate Christmas. You don't say. I really thought this was a Thanksgiving bass, to be honest. It's a solid maple core with fiberglass skin. Fiberglass skin. Oh. Tipped with snow and a real cedar bark trunk. The lights are powered by 2 AA batteries that light continuously or blink. The neck is white maple with a rosewood fretboard. Fender P-Bass split double coil pickups. This bass has no volume or tone knobs for a clean front. The sound tech does all the work for this one. Santa Claus would love this one. I don't think so. I think Santa Claus would hate this. I think Santa Claus himself, if he saw this, would not believe in Christmas anymore. Fiberglass skin. Fiberglass skin. It just has such a weird... God. Next up, we have 3 pieces from Mark Bimmy. This guy seems like he just does custom work and custom work only. This is more art, which is like, they're super impressive, but super ugly too. I'm super split because the artistic side of me wants to be like, wow, you can tell this took a lot of work, a lot of effort, and a lot of thought too. But then the musician side of me just says, kill me, please. Here you can see an old PV that was carved into, including skulls. I feel like skulls on guitars are a pretty common theme in this series, to say the least. They never work out for me. And this is coming from the guy who has a skull tattoo on his knee too. So, ugh. This one's giving me Desperado vibes, and it's cool looking. Again, like, it's very custom. You can tell there a lot of thought was put into this, but stop. Finally, we have this masterpiece.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh my God. This one has layers. This is the Shrek of basses because, like onions, it has layers to it. So we have an angel in the middle, okay? And then on the sides are 2 little skulls. And then if you notice, it has a P-Bass pickup in it, but the coils are on completely different sides of the body, which does genuinely make me curious as to how this bass sounds, because I don't think I've ever experienced anything like that before. That's the most interesting part I think about this bass, until you flip it over. The controls are on the back. That's interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. It's not very useful, but still interesting to say the least. And in the middle, you get a heart. So there's angel in the front, 2 skulls in the front, and then the heart in the back. But it does have a badass bridge. Oh, is this a moth or is this like an angel? I honestly can't tell. I think it's a moth, or maybe an angel moth, or moth angel. Hey, y'all remember back when we had that 9-string bass earlier? Well, guess what? It gets worse. 9-string basses are for amateurs. They're for beginners. You are not a real bass player until you have 12 strings. Fact. This is a Jersey Drozd custom. I do commend him on this build because I bet this was a lot of work. Oh. Wow. So you have a 12-string fretless bass that's as wide as a house. The pickup itself, that's actually really cool looking, but it looks like a weird breadstick. The 9-string bass, I just don't think that can sound good. There's no way, I feel like it'd just be all flub, all nothing. This one, it seems like the higher strings are piccolo strings, so I'm assuming the lower string is not as low. I'm guessing, I don't know for sure. This can't be comfortable to play. It's very unrealistic to play unless there's like 4 people playing this at once, which I'm sure would be cool. This looks so heavy, so disgusting, and just so abominable. Everything about this picture. The bass, the girl who's posing, this is creepy. This is weird. Make it go away. Make it go away! Next up, we have the shovel. The shovel. You gotta dig in to get that good tone. No reason to dig deeper for that beautiful bass. There's a skull on this one too. But I will say, if you look at where the head of the axe and the neck meet up, it looks so seamless and so smooth, which is like really commendable. That's super cool. It's useless, but I kinda want it. The skull. The skull. Why the skull? The skeleton. Rock on. Okay, so first we had the scorpion. Next we had the snake. And now we get the cobra. This is something different, and also looks like it took a lot of work to put into it, but I don't know why. The headstock, you got a cobra head. The body, it's a snake. But guess what that lower horn is? It's a small foot with an ankle bracelet. So that's weird. What really upsets me is there's like 2 pictures of this bass on the internet and no explanation on anything. I would just like to see more pictures of it and really the backstory behind it too. It's pretty bad. And that foot is really creeping me out, like a lot. And last and certainly not least, we have 2 sick axes that are pretty sharp, I gotta say. And it's this Gene Simmons signature, and Sandberg's The Axe. Why, Sandberg? Why? I love all your other basses, but why? But I think I came to a conclusion as to why any of these basses exist. Why not? And again, these are more custom, just sort of, you can tell that people had an idea and they just went with it, and that's awesome. They're not trying to meet any sort of standards. It's just something that you could tell some idea popped into someone's head and they said, you know what? I do want to have a moth as a bass. I do want to make a shovel with a skeleton. And then I do want to have an axe. And I do want to make a scorpion. It's just, I hate this so much. But thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know what y'all thought of some of these, especially about that scorpion bass that, if it's still available, I think I'm going to try and buy it. But thank y'all again so much for the suggestions and everything. Follow me on social media and send me good basses that are really ugly over there as well. And thank y'all so much for watching as always. I really hope y'all are doing good, staying healthy, practicing bass. And I appreciate you guys as always for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, all that stuff. Thank you guys so much. A huge thanks to my Patreon supporters as well. If you want to help support the channel with some cool things like giveaways, early access to videos, and more, you can head over to my Patreon page. But thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see y'all next time.